Hello and welcome back to another video. I've got Fudge in the room with me, so bear with. It's not easy having a 5-month-old puppy trying to do videos, so that's why he's not in my floors yet. He's still a bit crazy. Fudge! Sit on here, be good. Good boy. The theme of today's video, I just want to talk to you about why I decided to get into yoga in the first place, why I'm here, why this channel, why have I just appeared out of nowhere and now I'm deciding to create videos and content all about yoga. So it's really just so that you can get to know me and I'm not just some random person. I really want to be able to connect with people on the need as to why it's all happening. So I first discovered yoga when I was 19, 20, still very young, and I remember at the time thinking I was too old to start it because I was just so unflexible, and looking back now, it's not the reason why I'd done it, but at the time my perception was always the same as how a lot of people says now, you have to be flexible to do yoga. And so therefore this was having an effect on any fitness that I was doing. I couldn't reach down to touch my toes. You know, I was getting really bad DOMs, so if I was doing circuits or whatever, I was feeling it for a good few days after, and I think for the age that I was, I felt like, yeah, I should probably do a little bit more. And when I discovered yoga, it was during a time in my life where I was actually a total overthinker. I used to worry about everything. I would put this unrealistic pressure on myself because I thought that if I didn't work hard in life, or if I stopped for any moment in time, I would fail, whatever failure actually meant. I think for me it just meant that I would have nothing and I'd be struggling in life with like financially and like knowing what to do with myself. So that was my kind of subconscious pattern for a long time and I wasn't really aware of it. And then I found a yoga class where the teacher she was Canadian, she was absolutely amazing, she was lovely. And the first time I went to it, I thought, oh, I really like this. And I remembered doing the Shavasana at the end, and she'd come round and like gently kind of pull on your feet and like press your shoulders down. And I didn't know it was coming, and it absolutely made me jump out my skin. I was like, what is this? But I loved it. I loved how it made me feel. So I went to her classes a couple of times. The next memories, I remember going to TK Maxx and buying my very first yoga mat and feeling so excited of getting into this kind of scene of yoga. I think for me, I just loved the relaxation side of it. I liked the cozy lighting, the nice like safe environment. For me, I just loved it. It was more that than anything else. So yeah, that really drew me to yoga. And then after that, I didn't do it for a while. I think I moved to London and I started doing it more then. So I found different types of classes and doing it on YouTube and different apps like Down Dog and Deliciously Ella. So I just kind of kept an interest in it. And one thing I do really remember from yoga is it helped me in a time where my mindset was so busy. I was constantly worrying about things. I didn't actually have, like, deep within, I didn't have a lot of confidence. Like, I had a lot of drive, but I didn't feel like I could get the things I wanted, and I never really knew why. So yoga was a tool to help. It wasn't the only thing, it was along with other things, but it was a good start. And it's a tool that I've always carried on. So even now, it's like my way of dealing with things. So if I am particularly stressed or I find myself going into that mindset where I'm overthinking things or I'm putting pressure on myself, I'll just like slow down. I'll do a yoga session, either go on YouTube or go to a class or come into my yoga room and just do my own thing now. Like coming into child's pose, just lying there on the mat, just give myself some time to think, just move my body a bit, and it's just been a really good tool for me, and I've always loved it. I love how many different things you can do with it. In 2019 or 18, one of them, I went to my very first yoga retreat with my friends. So we went down to Cornwall. It was a long weekend and it was lots of yoga. It was vegan, this one, so it was vegan recipes. And it had a hot tub and it was in the summer, so we also got to do a nice beach walk, and I absolutely loved it. I loved how amazing I felt, because at that point in my life I was particularly stressed. I was living in London, I was like working a really 9 to 5 job. I wasn't living with my family, so literally weekends I was just travelling home to see my family, and I just didn't have a very good work-life balance, and it really took its toll on me. And then going to that retreat just shifted something. Like, it didn't change everything, so obviously I had to then go back to my lifestyle before, but it started to make me think about what I actually wanted in life, and, you know, just being in like fresh air, being around nature, slowing down, just moving my body. I just thought, oh, I could do this for a living. I absolutely love it. And then over time I started doing it more and more. Went to a few other retreats, which I will do retreat reviews on here eventually, just talk about different ones I've been to. And I've just kind of fallen more and more in love with it, and decided actually I want to start looking at becoming a yoga teacher. And for me it was more like holistic health. I wanted to go into understanding the mind, understanding the body. For me, I just want to be more one-on-one with people. I want to be that prevention method to help people live a healthy lifestyle, to hopefully avoid having to get to the point of being in hospital. I know it's obviously different reasons, but if it is because it's like manifested from lifestyle reasons, my kind of passion is to work with people from the very beginning. So changing the lifestyle, running retreats, doing yoga classes, doing workshops, well-being workshops, you know, tapping into that side of things. That's what I want to do. So this is why I've created this, and finding my teacher training took me a long time. You know, yoga's not regulated in the same way that being a doctor or a healthcare professional is. You don't come under a governing body as such, but you know, it is getting better, and there is companies like Yoga Alliance Professionals, British Wheel of Yoga, and Yoga Alliance in the US, which all have been set up to make sure that we've got certain standards of what we're learning as yoga teachers. So the school I found was down south in England, and it's been absolutely life-changing. I've loved my training, so again I'll be talking about that at some point. Also, I'm going to be doing an interview with the experts, the yoga teachers that I trained with. So if you've got any questions you want me to ask them, let me know. I'm going to be putting them onto my social media. So yeah, I'll be doing an interview in the next couple of months to really get to grips with the experts, ask them whatever you want to know about yoga. Thanks again for watching these videos, I really appreciate it. Okay, have an amazing day, speak to you soon, bye!